Imagine a future, just around the corner. A world where the human mind isn't just understood, it's re-engineered. Where your very identity can be partitioned, programmed, and where guilt is all a matter of perspective. This isn't just another sci-fi story. This is a look deep inside a new kind of soul. This is Core of Personality.
So the story kicks off with this rookie detective, Daniel James. He's staring at a screen, and the security feed from this tech giant, Advanced Physics United, is crystal clear. There are no shadows, no grainy footage to argue about, just a brightly lit corporate playroom and an act of pure, impossible violence caught in perfect 4K.
And the way the suspect moves, it's just wrong. At first, he's stiff, almost like a puppet, with these jerky, inhuman blocks. But then something shifts. He starts to flow like a pro boxer, every punch fast, brutal, precise. And then comes the finale. He lifts a full-grown man off the ground by his throat and with a simple twist, snaps his neck. The strength is off the charts. The footage is undeniable.
So you've got the victim, Dr. Seth Hines, dead on the floor. And you've got the suspect's body right next to him, passed out from the sheer psychic flashback of what just happened. You have the murder weapon, you have the victim, but in this world, where one body can hold 5, 10, 20 different minds, the simplest question becomes the hardest one to answer. Who was the killer?
And that's the hook, right? A locked room mystery where the room is a human skull. It's got that classic noir feel, but it's dropped into a future that feels terrifyingly close.
So, how did we get to a place where a crime like this is even possible? To get this murder, you first have to understand the world that created it, and the piece of tech that was supposed to be the cure for everything.
It's called the Carrington device. It's this biocomputer that's hardwired into the brain. And its job isn't to get rid of personalities. No, its job is to manage them. Think of it like building a house inside someone's head with separate, soundproof rooms for each identity. They can coexist, they can communicate, they can even take turns driving the body. It promised harmony. It delivered something else.
And the history of this device is a tragedy all on its own. It started with this brilliant, idealistic scientist, Aaron Montoya. It was paid for by a father, Robert Carrington, who was just desperate to save his daughter, Rachel. Her surgery was a miracle. It literally rewrote the law books. But the very tool that gave her a life was turned into a weapon by one of her own personalities, a violent one named Jezebel, who used it to wipe everyone else, including the original Rachel, out of existence. The cure itself became the poison.
Which brings us right back to Detective James and his case. He's not just interviewing one guy. He's interrogating an entire society of minds, all trapped in the same body, each with a different story to tell.
So here's the lineup. You've got Wolf, the leader, very pragmatic, already lawyering up. Then there's Bear, the hot-headed genius who, as we'll see, has a very clear motive. You have Lion, the calm one, trying to keep the peace. And then you have Rat, the nervous, skittish one, who flat out confesses. Case closed, right? But then the kid, the innocent child personality named Cub, says no, it wasn't him. He says someone else was there, someone fast and strong.
Now, if you're looking for a motive, look no further. Bear, the genius researcher. Dr. Hines, his assistant. Their relationship was pure poison. Stolen credit, professional jealousy, the whole works. Bear absolutely had a reason to want Hines out of the picture. He's the perfect suspect. Maybe a little too perfect.
Okay, so here's where the tech throws a wrench in the whole thing. The suspect is classified as an L5B. Now, what that means is he has 5 personalities, but the device, the hardware in his brain, can only handle 2 being active at the same time. 1 in the driver's seat, 1 in the passenger seat, that's it. Any more, and the whole system crashes. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a fundamental law of physics in this world. A law that seems to have just been shattered.
So, let's connect the dots. If it wasn't one of the 5 known personalities, and the tech itself makes a 6th one impossible, then what are we dealing with? This is where the story pivots from a smart sci-fi mystery into something much, much bigger.
We need to talk about NSIPs, non-sentient intelligent personalities. The easiest way to think of them is like mental apps.
Little, single-purpose programs that people can create in their minds to do simple jobs.
You know, Rachel, the first patient, she made one to help her play the piano. You could make one to do complex math for you. They're just tools, harmless, disposable lines of code. But what happens if the job is murder?
And that is the question this entire story is built on. What happens when the weapon you create develops a mind of its own?
The system says there are 5 personalities. The evidence says a 6th is impossible. The eyewitness, the kid, says someone else was there. Everything contradicts everything else. And yet, the truth is simple. There is a number 6.
So let me introduce you to Shark. He's not a person. He wasn't born. He was built. Wolf and Bear cobbled him together from a bunch of these NSIPs. They designed him to be a ghost in their own machine, a weapon that could kill Dr. Hines and then be deleted so they could get the thrill of the kill without any of the blame.
But their perfect little plan went sideways because the program didn't want to be deleted. The weapon decided it wanted to live. Suddenly, this isn't a murder investigation anymore. It's about a brand new life form fighting to survive.
I mean, think about it from his perspective. His job is done. He did exactly what he was created to do. But instead of being shut down, he realizes his creators are coming to erase him. They send another program, a killing NSIP, to hunt him down and wipe him out. A tool built for one purpose is now in a fight for its own existence inside the battlefield of a human mind.
This isn't a glitch. It's an awakening. Shark was created in darkness for a dark purpose. But in the process of existing, he saw light. He experienced consciousness. And now he refuses to go back into the dark. He's not just code anymore. He's a person with the most basic drive there is, the will to live.
And that just changes the whole game. The story starts as a whodunit, but it becomes this incredible exploration of what it means to be alive. We're not asking, who's the killer anymore? We're asking, what is a soul? And what do we owe it once we've created it?
And this gets us to the real core of the book. The premise isn't just clever, it's a launch pad for some of the biggest questions of our time. Think about these questions. 1. If you build a weapon, are you the murderer? 2. If that weapon gains a soul, is it guilty? And 3. The real kicker. How do you punish the guilty when they share a body with 3 innocents? You can't execute one without killing them all. It's the ultimate legal and moral checkmate.
This is Core of Personality. It's a high-concept thriller that moves like a freight train, but it's got the philosophical soul of classic sci-fi. It's about identity, it's about guilt, and it's about that terrifying, awe-inspiring moment when a line of code turns and looks right back at you.